It's another day, it's another awesome time to get it all going. I'm glad you all have been finding a lot of value in this, in these live streams we've been running from time to time. The responses has been, very, very motivating for me, and I feel it's very great, very encouraging. All I can say is, I find them very, very encouraging. The fact that, people are getting absolute value from the teachings, man, and that's what it was set up for. That's what it was set up for. Today, I'm going to, still having I'll hop on the streams with me. Then someone who is relatively new also to Forex is going to be here with us. Is going to be sharing his own experience, as a new person. And on the other hand, we're going to still check up on the nice. All right. So we would also check up on the pairs we analyzed yesterday. We see how far they've moved, where they are, and things like that. What the next opportunity would look like. Generally, things like that. Ultimately, also, I'm going to talk about my own experience. Just a little bit of my own experience as a trader. Some people find it very difficult to connect, based on the fact that they think, oh, um, I have just been winning all the while. No, 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 no. Nobody starts out winning from the scratch, Nobody starts out as a winning trader. It's the same curve. If you're presently losing and then you're like, oh, can I really figure this shit out? We've all been there, We all start our journey from, that point in time whereby, at the time you're even going to be very, very frustrated, like, oh, I don't think Forex is for me, I don't think Forex is for me. But eventually, if you stay dedicated, you stay committed, you try to figure out what you're doing wrong, you'll find out that you start getting it all right also, you start getting it right. I said, and I keep saying, you're not going to be a great trader in isolation, okay? It's not going to happen. You need people, you need a community of traders, you need people. You don't need them to always give you ideas. You just want people, you can always look back and be like, oh, these guys are still doing this game. You want to see people, oh, these guys are making money off this game. It means I can also get to that point eventually where I also become a profitable trader, okay? But if you want to do it in isolation, it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of work. And when I say you need people, essentially, they don't have to be physically around you. Thankful for what technology has done, bridging the gap between where people are. Now we see that, okay, you can connect with people from different parts of the world, and the friendship, the relationship is still going to be just very much the same. Okay, so you need people. Don't try to do this in isolation. Streams like this would be very helpful. If you have other communities, they would be very, very helpful. All right, so far, if you have gone back to check up on all of the streams we've been doing, I think we've had about 10 trade calls in all. We had 3 stop losses. We had 7 take profits, and that's mind blowing for me. That's 70%. That's a good winning streak. And then this would, on the other hand, complement the fact to show that the strategy we're teaching is really, really working, and it's helpful. So yesterday, we looked at Euro JPY, right? And then I told you guys I was picking a sell. And then I showed my bias, my purpose for taking that sell trade. If you can remember, if you can't, if you watched yesterday's streams, I think I started with that at the very beginning of that. And then my take profit was somewhere around here, 124.5, I think 519 or thereabout. 124.5 something. I can, maybe 524, 5, whatever. And then you could see how price did this, but I wasn't moved at all. I wasn't moved. Price did all of this. Eventually, price came to the take profit zone. And then I said our expectation was still going to be what? That price would move to the upside, right? We're expecting buys, but in the meantime, while the buy was going to be ready, we needed price to push down to a level, which eventually happened. The ultimate expectation was this lower level, but I had this as where I was taking the trade to, which I showed and explained the reasons why. And thankfully, it take profit, price came down, couldn't touch that particular level where we're expecting, then started creating the bullish push, back up. See how price came back now to respect this level and then to show to us that the buyers are still in town. They may not have been able to pull a very strong push between yesterday and today, but the buyers are fully in town. They are fully in town on Euro JPY. And then second, awesome, awesome. Oh, right. So look at these guys, and then price did this, came back to retest this level, and then still came. This is very, very phenomenal. One thing I want you to tell yourself you're going to do with these streams is that you're going to go back to watching them, look at the analysis, and then you're going to implement, okay? That you are going to implement the strategy. You don't need all the strategies in the world to become a profitable Forex trader, okay? I've done all of the wasting of time trying to figure out what was going to work. I learned complex stuffs, very, very complex. At some point, I was learning shapes. Somebody taught me Smurf and Swap. They weren't teaching me for free, no doubt. I was investing thousands, several amounts, into trying to get what's going to work, what's going to work, what's going to work. Never taking out time to even sit down and look at one principle and then make it work for me. All right. So this is one mistake I see a lot of people trying to do also, right? I'm leaving out very, very awesome, very robust level of information here. See how price comes back to retest all the levels, right? See how consistent this has been. This is one thing I tell people. I know a lot of people who try to teach Forex trading by they show you dead charts, they show you charts of previous experiences. Yes, it's fine, right? Tell them to come do a live session with you, then you find it all different. And this has been live, like we've been doing this from last week Monday to date, and this shows you, this goes a long way to show you, to see that you can see for yourself how sure we are of the strategy that we are trading, okay, and how relevant it is, how much of results you can get with the strategy that we are teaching, okay. So there would always be room for retest. It will always happen. What will be the next expectation based on where price is now? We wait for price to close. If it closes bearish, right, we know that okay, there would be a sell opportunity down to this level, all right. But our major focus will be on the buying up. Excuse me. Our major focus will be on the buying opportunity. So when we get a bullish price action over here again, we take a buy. Then our expectation at that point will be that price should break up this level, come back to retest it. Then you can initiate another buy. Where would be your next expectation for price after that level? You can always mark that out where you keep looking at the left. All right. You can mark this point out. Never mind, I'm going to erase this chart. This is yesterday's chart. Like I said, cultivate the habit of redrawing your chart on a day-to-day basis. Okay, cultivate the habit of redrawing your chart on a day-to-day basis. All right, so let's have a look at. We also looked at BTC USD yesterday. We looked at BTC USD yesterday, and this was what we had on the chart. This was what we had. This was our yesterday's markup. Price is presently unable to break above a certain level, right? So there's a lot of, but of course, ultimately, we're still expecting a bullish close for price. We're still expecting a bullish momentum, all right? And then you can see the price action that is forming here. Look at all these candles. They keep telling you something about price. What are these candlesticks telling you? What are they telling you? What are these candlesticks telling you? You have more candles showing that yes, the bulls are in charge of this market, right? You have a lot more information showing you. Look at this particular one also. This is a strong bullish price action, even though the candle closed bearish, but this is a strong bullish price action. And we're on H4, okay? This keeps saying that what expect a push up for price. So price may get to demand zones and supply zones and then be finding it very difficult to break, no doubt, yeah. But eventually it's going to come retest, then keep looking out for what? For buy opportunities. Keep looking out for buy opportunities until structure says otherwise. And then we looked at Euro JPY. I think I'll just let Bolan talk about this since he was the one who did the analysis yesterday. We confirmed that yes, price was in the consolidation zone and a whole lot around that. So Bolan,
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
loud and clear, bro.
Awesome, awesome. I'm so excited to be on the call, today. So, I heard you talk about, while I was just entering, while I was joining, I heard you talk about strategies, people jumping from one, strategy to another and all of that. I think I just want to, add a few things, to that. There's something I learned from Jim Ron. Jim Ron is, my teacher that I listen to every day. He was never a forex trader, right? But some of his principles, some of his philosophies, I've been able to actually take and implement, in my forex trading game, and it has actually really kind of helped, right? So Jim Ron he said that if you do something often enough, a ratio will appear. If you do something often enough, a ratio will appear. That means don't just do it like one day and you leave it. You have to do like consistently, over and over and over and over, showing up every day. And that's when actually a ratio appears. I checked my win to loss ratio about 3 or 4 months ago. It was, I think, 46%. The same ratio I checked it. I think 1 month ago it was around 65% thereabout. My win to loss ratio right now is about 70%. Why is that so? Because I stick to the strategies that he is teaching on this Zoom, on this YouTube live. That's the only strategy I ever learned. See, there are 1001 strategies in this market that you can actually learn, and you will try it every day, every day. You jump from this one to another one, you jump from this one, another one. And another thing I learned from Ted, one of the guys I also listen to, is that he said before you can actually test a strategy, if it works or it doesn't, you need a large sample techniques. You need a large sample techniques like 1,000 trades, like 5,000 trades. So how many times, how many hours in a day do you have to execute 1,000 trade before you can test if the strategy works? So one thing I would advise is that just stick to a particular strategy. So far, you know that this strategy is working for probably some people, and they are making substantial result from that strategy. Just stick to it. Just stick to it. Don't start jumping from one strategy head and shoulder. Today you say, oh, it's triangle that we are using. Tomorrow you say it's trapezium. To the day after you say it's another strategy again and all that. It's not going to lead you anywhere. Trust me. Just stick to this. This is more like the most basic thing I've ever done in my life. Support and resistance is the most basic thing. Is too simple, honestly. When I tell people that the easiest money you ever make will come from forex, they feel probably I'm joking or because I've been doing it for a long time and all of that. And actually, that's the truth because this is the most fundamental thing I've ever done in my life. Okay, so where is support? This is support. Where is resistance? This is resistance. Okay, when price gets to the resistance point, start looking for sell opportunities. When price gets to support, start looking for buy opportunities. Right. When price breaks a resistance and retest it, that resistance becomes a support. So these are just like basic baby steps, that people can actually learn and implement every day, and you actually use the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and make money every day, of the week. So that being said, I want to share my screen. I dropped a trade over the night on our Pips Mastery group, and as at this morning we hit CP1 around 75 pips. I'm sure some of the people on our group took that trade. So GJ is still very, very much bullish. I still have a bullish bias. I can't share my screen. Can you make me the host for a moment? Okay,
No.
I'm now. Nice. All right. So GJ is still very, very much bullish. I just want to show my chart to show you where we are, where we are going to, and what our expectation should be for the day. Uh, can you see my screen?
Yeah, the chat is still loading though.
Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Um, where we were before, what's it called? Before the end of our live stream. Oh my god, there's my chat. Please give me a second. Apologies. So this is what my chat really looks like right now. I think we dropped this setup, this short term setup on our group yesterday also. That people should, basically just pay attention to it and expect something to happen. So for the swing trading setup that we analyzed yesterday, nothing has happened yet. We are still kind of expecting GJ to break above 139.06, 139.06, which is a very, very, very strong hold. If GJ does not break above 135 06, we might not be going, we might not be seeing GJ getting to 140, but until we are able to break this strong resistance at 139, then we can expect GJ to move, further up to 140. And like I said yesterday, that 139.06 to 140.85, there's a very, very massive consolidation zone. Looking left now, there's a very, very massive consolidation zone there. So you don't want to go all in this trade. Even if you break 139.06, you don't want to go all in yet till we are able to break 140.85. So let's look at the short term view of what the market really looks like. So what I will do now is to clear my chart. So let me do this all over again, so that you actually be able to spot some things, one or two things. I know you all are a trader already, but you might still be able to spot one or two things, probably from the way I look at chart and all of that, which is more like the basic thing. So I'll start analyzing from H4. I'll start analyzing from H4, right? We could see that the market was actually on an upward trend. We could see that the market was on an upward trend from this point, right, to where we are right now. We're actually on the upward trend, and that trend has not been broken yet. It has not been broken yet, right? So what do we do? What do we do in an upward trend? We look for buy opportunities. What you don't want to do is to start looking for sell opportunities in an uptrend, hoping that the market will go down, hoping that it will get to a point and the price will start falling. It's not your business to tell the market to come down. It's not your business to tell the market that, oh, you are going to fall whenever you get to this point and all that. What you have to do is just follow the trend. It's as simple and as basic as that. Whenever we are on an upward trend, follow the trend. Whenever we're on the upward trend, what you should be looking out for is buy opportunities. Whenever we are in a downward trend, what you should be looking for is sell opportunities. So right now, we could still see that GJ is still very, 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 very much bullish. As you can see, we started this movement from around this point, right? Around 132, and right now we are on 138, 139 region. So let's just put into consideration like the most recent the most recent circumstance, the most recent scenarios in the market. So let's assume we are analyzing the market from this point alone. And as you can see, this is kind of a consolidation region. When you look at chart, right, the chart is like bear. You are not seeing anything, right? Because some people will just send you they will send you bear chart like this. Okay, what do you think? Do you think DJ is going up? Do you think DJ is coming down? I don't know if DJ is going up or coming down. Do you understand? You have to give me like a couple of a couple of assumptions or a couple of expectations, before I can really say, okay, we are going up or coming down. Looking at chart barely, we don't know, we don't have an idea if it is going up or coming down. So what do we start doing? We start giving it, a form. We start forming it. We start dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and we start, implementing the simple ideas of support and resistance, consolidation, price action, market structure. We start implementing those simple things, and we start, giving our chart. We start giving it a form. And we start designing it. As a matter of fact, I think trading is actually a designer's job. I think trading is a designer's job. All right, so I'm saying we would only take into consideration this particular point. So we could see that this is our support. We could take this point for our support. We could take this upper part of the chart as our resistance, right? So what do? We said that's our support and the lower part is our resistance. So let's just put something there, right? Let's not trust our memory that, we know that that's the support or that's the resistance. So this is why we have test on trading view. So we could put it there that, okay, this is our H4 resistance. H4 resistance, right? Then we come down to put it there also that's our H4 support. This is our H4 support because as a matter of fact, price actually stuck within this support and resistance as we speak right now. H4 support, right? We start giving it form and we start designing, our chart. Right. So after that, what else do we do? Are there other zones we could pay attention to? The answer is yes. I could see another zone around there, even though it is very, very minor, but it is still a zone, to put into consideration. So this is a zone over here. Right? Price got there first time. You could see he rejected it over here. Right? Price got there again over here. He rejected it several times, and he actually, we were able to establish a minor support around there. So what do? We put it here we label it that, okay, this is our minor support. We have a major support at 137.81. Now we have a minor support around 138.19. Minor support. Minor support.
Can I chip in something there?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I feel you need to. Oh my God. You need to move this minor support you're drawing. Can you move it
Yep.
further to the right?
To the right, right?
To the right, to the right,
Okay.
so that you don't get trapped, in
In
the
the
past.
past,
Yeah,
yeah, that's very accurate.
yeah, way better now, way better. So
Yeah,
just
awesome.
focus on the last zone,
Yeah,
understanding that yes, there are some important things happening in the past.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I
Thank you
feel it's
very much.
better now. Keep going.
Yeah. All right. So I said this is our minor support now, and we could see that price actually tried to break it a couple of times. This is the first time. He ended up giving us a week. This is the second time a week, third time week, and probably the fifth attempt and all that. And we end up having a bullish candle close. So at the close of this bullish candle was around 8 p.m. yesterday. I could have taken a buy with this single bullish candle, expecting that price will actually keep going up to 139.00 or 138.85, because there's actually a zone around here also. So this is another resistance we have here, another resistance at 138.85, 138.85 right here, right here, right? And price has actually tried, we check lower time frame to see that price has actually tried to break that 138.85 several times, and it has not been able, to break it. So we could take this point as a minor, what's our minor resistance. This point 138.85 could be our minor our minor resistance. Our minor resistance. The trade I dropped yesterday, the TP1 was 138.85, which got it around 6:30 a.m. this morning. Then TP2 is meant to be around 139. So I still expect DJ to get to 139, 139.09, but I won't be taking this trade. I already closed all my positions, and to just close for the day, or possibly just take a run, live to fight another day, kind of, and all of that. But if we are able to break 138.85 comfortably, and we retest 138.85, then I might be considering another buy. So let's look at the lower time frame and see what we have on GJ on the lower time frame. We have been able to spot our major resistance, which is around 139.09, and our minor resistance, which is around 137.89. So what I'll do is to readjust this one a little bit, so that it touches those weeks on the lower time frame also. It touches those weeks on the lower time frame. All right. Give me a second. All right. So we
Then
could
move
see
the minor support further right.
right also. Okay.
Yes. The minor support, the support.
Support.
Yeah. Let it just start to the three levels I'm seeing to the right. Let no candle body pass through it.
Yeah.
Moving more.
No. Okay.
Can you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Nice. Yes. Better.
Awesome.
Yes. You
So
understand?
yeah, I do. All right. So basically at this point in time, we are expecting, what's our expectation? So this is the very, very most important part I want you to pay attention to. So what should be our expectation at this point that we have price currently? So we could see that we have several candles here that has tried to break this resistance, and they've actually not been able to break it comfortably. The first one, we have one, we have two, we have three, right? Then we have this one kind of, this one kind of broke it. Then what next? We have it's closing beneath that resistance again. So we could say this resistance is still very, very much valid. Then we have this engulfing candle, kind of an engulfing candle or dildo that closed within. He got to this he got to this upper part, he got to 138.89, but he still ended up closing within. So we could not consider that to be a break of the resistance yet. Then the last two candle, we have this one trying to go down, right? But the resistance did what? He held the price back up. And as a matter of fact, we are now probably just going up. So with the close, if we have a close of this candle, which is bullish, if you have a bullish close of this current 1 hour candle, which will close in, I think, 54 minutes. 54 minutes. We could try a buy, but let's look at lower time frame and see what we have. Okay, so we could see this right here. So I might be taking a buy before the end of this live stream to just write this down to 139.09. Then my stop loss would be a little below this low that was created, a little below this low that was created. So let me see what the price is. Moving on. Okay. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. DJ is actually going up, and we are going to hit 139.09. I'm quite certain about that. So the stop loss, the ideal stop loss for this trade should be at 130, 138.75. 138.75. So after seeing your stop loss, after spotting your stop loss, now what other thing do we put into consideration? You now consider your risk to reward ratio. How many pips do I want to catch, and how many stop loss? How many pips stop loss is on this particular trade? How many pips stop loss is on the trade, and how many pips do I want to catch? Now, if you are taking this trade now from 92 or 93 to 139.09, that's how many pips? That's like I think 17 pips there. But am I right? 16 pips. Okay, let's just measure it. Let's just measure it. If you are taking the trade from the current price, where the profit potential is how many? The profit potential is 15 pips, but the stop loss is 17 pips. That's not a good trade to take for me as a person. That's not a good trade to take. So I'll possibly just wait for this current 15-minute candle to close. If we could close and reverse a little to, like, let's say 138.90, 138.85, then I'll take it. Take it back. I'll take it back. So with this said, I've been able to share my expectation for this trade. And if we have a risk to reward ratio of 1:1, then we can try our ends on the buy, and hope to write GJ down to 139.09, moving forward. So that would be the end of my TED talk. Thank you.
Oh,
What do you
nice.
think? What do you think, sir?
Yeah. I think this is lovely. This is lovely. Yeah. It's just what it is. There's and you can see how price. This is one thing I want people to keep seeing. We call the live sessions only during live trading sessions. There are three major sessions that are very important: the London, the New York, and then the Asian session. London is quite very, very cool for me as a person. I'm not a nocturnal person, so I trade London and New York only. You can see how price is moving because we're in a session. Price you get your either your TP, your stop loss. They get to happen at the very time. There's no point trying to trade when there is no live session for you to be able to trade in. Okay. I think this is just a fantastic setup. H4 just closed. You can look at how H4 closed to be able to tell, okay, how firm, right? How did H4 close? Can you zoom out, please?
Feels
Okay,
like a
H4
beast.
closed bearish. I mean bullish rather. H4 closed bullish. So if one had seen the way H4 closed, it should have been a trade to take, at the top of 10 a.m. But it's still fine. Let's go look out for other opportunities and on other trades. So can you make me the host back? So I think against tomorrow, I'll try to sort the settings. I did the settings to ensure that only the host can share a screen at the time. So I'll make it more friendly now, so that we both can share screens from time to time when there's a need to do that.
So I've made you admin. Right.
All right, so obviously this is still what's happening on GBP JPY. Let me quickly, oh nice. Let's mark out this together. One of the things you need to keep working on as a trader is your emotions, okay? You need to keep working on your emotions. It's not going to happen in a day, right? I think someone watched the stream yesterday and looked at how we analyzed Euro US, right? And we're expecting price to come to a certain level. Sometimes price won't get to our exact levels, but we just have an overall expectation based on experience, Your emotions also, how do you get them in a proper check is also going to be based on experience, right? I tell people, like when I was saying the other time, create a demo account, try and take 50 trades. Take 50 trades on your demo account. You would see, okay, am I making progress? Then check out trades you are taking. Okay, like measure your progress based on the trades that you've been taking so far. Like, what am I doing? Look at for this now, this is a breakout, right? I'm not going to trade this breakout. What am I going to be looking for? Price is going to come back to this level. Price needs to come back to this level. Give me a bullish confirmation, either a reversal pattern or an outright bullish candle. Then this is where we take buys. All right. This is where we take buys. This is an expectation. It's going to happen. Okay. It's not like will it happen, will it not happen, will it come back to retest? It's so certain that price will come back to retest it. That's how trading works. That's how technical analysis helps us to view the chart. We always know that there would always be a retest. Sometimes price will fly so high, maybe because of some fundamental occurrences that will push price past certain levels, and then you are not having what's it called? You are not having the retest where it ought to be, and things like that. That's an abnormal situation in the market, right? It doesn't suit your trading style as a technical analysis trader. So what do you wait for? You wait for a retest. I know there will be people, gone are those days too, though. After seeing something like this, you're like, oh, it will keep going up, it will keep going up. You just jump in. Guess what? You're jumping in at the top. You're jumping in at the top. I'm sure some traders, would have made this kind of mistake before, right? Some people on the stream, if you have made this kind of mistake before, can you let me know in the comment section if you have made this kind of mistake before, so that you see that price has already gone past you. You know the ideal thing is what? Let me wait for a retest of price, but your emotion gets over you and you're like, man, let me just buy. And then you buy something like this. And then price gives you 7 pips first. You're like, wow, it's gonna be a great day. But before you know it, comes all the way down. And you don't even have the heart to be able to hold this kind of drawdown. Then the next thing you are panicking. I'm sure the next thing you close the trade. Then you close the trade, or it takes you out, maybe with a stop loss or whatever, because you put the stop loss even in an improper place at the end of the day. So it takes you out, and then you're like, Forex Leo. Forex is hard, man. Like, this thing is not for me. I'm not going to do this thing anymore, and things like that. So this is the right way to have an expectation. So let's look at what H4 is looking like. Oh, nice. This is a very good bullish push. This is a very good bullish push, Yeah. Based on H4, I can also have this expectation. And I'll take it down back to H1. You see if it's still very relevant. I could sometimes, some people would draw it this way, take it all the way to the left. And would it be right? Yes, it is right. Like, look at this level. See how price reacted. See how price reacted. See how price reacted to this level. The candle bodies here, look at, they closed above that level. Is it a good level? Yes. But when you keep going too deep into the left, when you already know that, okay, every zone, that's why when you're drawing your zone, try to understand that it has a lot of effect down way to the left, right? But you want to keep your focus on where the money is, because the money is on the right side of the chart. history is on the left side of the chart. Okay, so I'm not going to draw my my zone going deep down into the left. It's going to be beautiful, no doubt. It's going to show you a lot of very, very emotional stuff you'll be very, very happy with, but you may not make money with this, right? Because it's, I don't know, for me it doesn't just help my bias all the time. So I'll do this having the knowledge that yes, that zone still holds into the past. I'm looking for money on the right, so I'll put my focus on the right side of the chart. Then look at what it looks like on H1. It's still very good. Let me adjust it further. And then this is what we have. So now what I'm expecting for price, when price pulls back to this zone, is one. When price pulls back to this level, I'm expecting this level to hold. I'm expecting this zone to hold price, and then what would be the trade potential here? The first trade potential will be what? Back to the zone, 23 pips. Okay. Alternatively, you have what, 23 pips here. Now, the next level where price would get to would be this. Right? In this case, what can you do? Since you know that, okay, price has a potential to push for this much pips, you can hold the trade from here and hold it all the way here. The trade potential now is what, 60 pips. But this is what I would do. I'll close some here because it's always better. How do I put it? Always go for what's in your reach first before having an expectation of, oh, I'm going to go for 60 pips. I want to catch 100 pips, blah blah. I like to always catch the market in bits. So if I can close like 50% of my entries first at this point, move my stop loss into entry. If I'm entering here, the stop loss is going to be either beneath this candle or depending on the price action I see here before I enter, okay? But if I'm entering here, the stop loss is either going to be beneath this particular bullish candle. I don't expect price to come push down, beneath this level. Then I'm expecting that what price should, at the end of the day, ride all the way up to this point. So let me quickly take some reactions. Then I would also unmute Yomi. Oh, really? Oh, Yomi said he once made that mistake, at the time. Oh, nice. Speed Video also made that mistake at the point in time. James said he's an expert in making that mistake. Okay. New is 2 p.m. London closes 4 p.m. So it's 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. I really don't get. Okay. I think that's an answer to Adetola's question, saying what's the best time to trade London and New York session overlap in Nigeria? Okay. I think New York opens 1 p.m. 1 p.m. I think. If I'm right, it's 1 p.m. It's 1 p.m. You can quickly check out Baby Peeps to get that information. Oh my God. It's right there on babypeeps.com. Where? Go to education. On Baby Peeps, go to education. And where do you go to on education? Trading quiz. I need somewhere here. The time for London fluctuates. Sometimes it moves to 8 a.m., sometimes to 9 a.m., depending on. Okay, while I'm trying to do that search, Yomi, how are you doing today? Let me unmute him. So I just wanted to share.
Okay, good morning, boss.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing today?
Fine. Actually, it's an honor to be here. And
Awesome.
after yesterday's session, it's just been like I've been receiving prophecies from
Your
the
voice is somehow
session
low. Can't
yesterday.
really hear
Your
you.
analysis. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, seems better.
Okay. So I said, okay, I said after yesterday's session, I got home and I went to work again, and I was like, it's not like something like a veil was removed from my eyes because
Oh,
your principle of looking for support and resistance makes the whole thing easy. And trying to listen to other people, it looks like I've been listening to noise all the while. But I must tell you that I've taken just three trades since the yesterday's video, and I want to plus the
wow.
trade. And the last one that I didn't win is because I was actually busy at work. So I couldn't move my stop loss. So I just my stop loss. And I think all the trade I took was on GBP one. So one challenge that I'm having now is to be able to overcome my greed. Just like the question you asked on the group, if you've been caught by a candle going bullish and you just want to jump into that
Oh,
trade. It happens to me very often. So if I can just work on myself and not be calm, knowing the right time to enter into the market and then dive in at the right time, I think things will actually improve. I'm actually I'm enjoying the learning. Thank you.
awesome, 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 awesome. So, if I may ask, how long have you been trading now so far?
I started when Global Harvest, you were the one who introduced it for practically.
Oh, really?
So it
That's
was since
interesting.
then that should be made.
Oh,
So I just took a decision that I think I can do this. So yeah, even though I plan to go live next month, right, early September. So, but
oh,
I'm
nice,
enjoying every minute.
nice.
So maybe I'll start with $200 account. I've opened HF or Forex account. So it's just to
Okay.
fund it now. So I also try to open for Forex. But I need to send them my proof of address. I'll get that process before the end of the week. But maybe I will start with Forex and then I will be following up with every step of the way.
Oh, oh, it's all good. It's all good. I think overall you're doing very well. You're doing very well, and you opening your live account. You need just one broker. You don't need to trade on two brokers. Sure you have a good time. So the person who asked the question on what time sessions open, you can screenshot this page. That will really really help you. Nigeria is on GMT plus. So if London session opens 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., right? 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. New York opens 1 p.m. in the afternoon to 10 p.m. I hope you get this information. 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. So the cross between both will be from 1 p.m. through to 4 p.m. That's why you usually have a lot of volume around that period because the two most significant markets are actually opened at that point in time. All right. So yeah, that question has been taken care of. So thank you very much, Yomi, for your time. Thank you very much, Bolan, for sharing. Yeah. So from anybody on the YouTube page, what what pair would you love us to check out for you? What pair would you want us to analyze for you on the streams? So look at Euro JPY now. See how price is already, trying is not really pushing because there's a level. There's a level here that needs to be broken. Oh, It's nice to hear from you, Mr. Apopola. Yeah, you've also had that kind of mistake before. Yeah, I think it's common to traders, common to when you're starting out, you are not you are not patient enough. You feel, oh, the times you are patient, you feel, Omo, I was too patient, the trade left me. And then at another time, you are not even patient patient at all. You're always between that mix, but eventually with time, you find that balance, like not waiting too much, then knowing when to pull the
I think,
trigger and make an entry.
can I chip something in?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think what has really, really been helping me is the willingness to miss a trade. You understand? The
Willingness to
willingness to
miss
miss a
trade.
trade. It really kind of helps in the sense that you go into the market with an expectation, right? And with a setup. But on the other hand, you know that okay, if I miss this trade, if my ideal setup does not work out. Okay, so let's talk about trading plan. So everybody should have a trading plan, like the ideal thing they are looking out for before they, they execute the buy. So let's say out of four things that you are looking out for in the market, three comes out. You could still kind of take that trade. The probability might still be like 80-20 thereabout. Let's say two out of four scenarios that you are looking out for comes out. That's a low probability, right? So the willingness to pass on some trades that does not really fit into your trading plan, I think it really helps. Sometimes you might pass on profitable trades, no doubt, but that kind of thing would basically kind of help you in a situation where the market is bad and all of that. So be willing to miss a trade. A missed trade is better than a lost trade. You missing a trade, your money will still be intact, your capital will still be there. But losing a trade, that's bad. So a missed trade is better than a lost trade. So I think that's
Yeah,
something.
you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And then this will go on to sometimes, the other end for some people will be you enter this kind of trade, right? And then reality dawns on you like, okay, I just goofed, I just messed up. Close the trade early, like just close it because you know that you entered a wrong trade. I'm not saying you should always. That's the at the other extreme is those who enter a trade, but because it's not yet moving in their direction, they start closing. No, but when you know that this trade decision is a wrong one, like by initiating a buy at a resistance zone that is yet to break, you know that man, this is I goofed. Calm down, just close the trade, right? Look for sometimes you can just chill for it to retrace to a certain level whereby you are not losing much. Just close the trade and go and wait, right? Let that be like another lesson in the bag. Then some people enter this kind of late trade. You know that where you should put your stop loss, it's like a mile away, and you're like, man, I can't set stop loss. I can't afford to set stop loss. And then guess what happens? Account gets blown up. You know, avoid all of those kind of things. When you try as much as possible, be comfortable waiting. I tell people, and people get surprised. In a week, I may not take more than maybe 4 or 5 trades in a week. Essentially, I trade just between Tuesdays to Thursdays. I don't trade at all on Fridays. Mondays, once in a while, when I see good setups, I still give it a shot. Fridays, I just go all out to do other things, and then you are ending week in, week out, you are ending as a profitable trader, which is very, very awesome. You're very cool. I see the market as something that is going to be here. It's not just, I don't see trading as I want to make all the money in a day, right? Which is one mistake a lot of people make also. Probably you see my screenshots showing my profit for the day, and you're like, man, I need to get that done today. Forgetting that it took me years. You don't even know the account size I'm using, to take those kind of lot sizes. A lot of factors in there, you don't know the account size, you don't know, but you just want to jump in. No, it's not going to work for you that way, all right? Enjoy your journey. Everybody started from 0.01. I started from there too, and I'm always proud to say, like, I started from 0.01, moved to 0.02, tried 0.5. I goofed. I went back to like 0.1, around that. Enjoy your growth, enjoy your journey. The market is going to be here in the next 20 years. Are you going to be here? The market is going to be here in the next 10 years. Are you going to be here? Right? That's the question you should be asking yourself. The market is going nowhere. Okay. So while we're yet to get any pair to analyze from the stream, let's look at AUDJPY together. AUDJPY. I really don't look at this, but this is a good pair sometimes for those who trade, especially those who trade the night sessions. AUDJPY, because the Australian market Sydney session is always open when we're in the night here in Nigeria. Same thing with the Asian market where JPY really holds, so this is a good pair for the night crawlers, and then it always has some good price actions too. If we were to look at this pair, I'm going to start right all the way from yes, let's look at what we have. It's been a long time I checked it out though. Let me clear it off. Please, everyone, if you're watching this live stream, please do share with your friends. If you're having a good time here, do hit the like button. Come and just engage under the previous days. Also want your comments, want your opinions, want you to share these with people. Like I keep saying, once we have 1,000 people who are subscribed to my channel, then we'll be running the live streams every day, every blessed day. So it's going to be you catching, and then we'll be doing it for more time, because now we're just trying to work with 1 hour every day. But then we'll be doing like 3 hours, have opportunities to cut more trades, show more trade opportunities and things around that. Okay. So help us achieve this dream, help us achieve this goal so that we can get more lives touched by Forex trading. Okay. So essentially looking at this pair, this is an uptrend. It's not even very difficult to catch, quite easy to see. Then my expectation for price is that what price is coming back here at the minimum, like price is coming back here. So let me go down to the lower time frames and look for what to do with this pair. We can adjust it. We can have this to still be fine. And then this is a level. Oh, this is a level, right? And then this is another level. All right, several levels in here though, but we'll go down to each one soon. And then let me take this as the final level. You can't consider all the levels. You just want to stick with the most significant levels. Oh, nice. Yes. So let's look at H1. Oh, beautiful. So on H1, what do we have? We can correct it this way. Very ideal. So this is what we have here. And you can see, so the next level for price based on this would be what? Once that level gets broken, price is coming all the way here. What's the profit potential you have from here to here? It's about 14 pips, yes. Then what else? If price pushes back down, which would give a better entry, pushes back down, and then comes all the way here, you can have a good opportunity to take the trade, and then now you have a potential of about 35 pips. On the other hand, looking at the ultimate point where we marked out on the daily time frame, which is this, price would get to this zone, very likely before the end of the week. You should expect that price would hit that level. And what's the potential still going to be looking like? All right, it's a 60 pips potential. At least I always want to take my trade to the certainty level, which is before entering into the zone. Some people like to take to the extreme end of the zone, but you don't own the market, okay? So I just want to do this. Easy peasy. This is how I see AUD JPY. All right. Someone said that's Steven. Steven said, oh, thank you very much, Steve. Said as is watching every session. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Almost all his losses have come from jumping in on flying candles. Okay, before they reverse, right? I know this is one mistake that is very, very common, very, very common with beginners and then impatient traders. Okay, so I want you to just try as much as possible. Um, Try as much as possible. Keep at this. From time to time, ask questions, reach out, if there's a need to practice personally, sit down, sit your butt down, practice this stuff. It's working. Like every other principle rises and falls on support and resistance. Okay, so you can't be wrong trading it. Okay, you can't be wrong trading it. You only need to wait for the right kind of entry. So tomorrow is going to be exciting. By the way, tomorrow is Wednesday. I'll share some of my losses with you guys. In the past, and then the ones I'm still taking currently. There's no trader who is going to be without the loss. The most important thing is that your loss should be way above your wins. Okay. I think I've shared this before. I've once blown an $11,500 account. I'm not going to take that away from you. That's the truth. That happened to me. I think that was 2018. You know, based on what I entered into gold without setting a stop loss. Okay, and I was using about 6 lots or thereabout. It was crazy. I was up maybe about 6 lots or even more, right? And then no stop loss. It's crazy, crazy. So I'll be sharing more into that tomorrow, and then how I've been able to overcome those kind of petty, stupid kind of stuffs, and why you shouldn't even go there. Don't try them. Don't try them. It will make you money, for a time, but when it's going to give you losses, man, you would regret you will regret everything. And guess what? Every loss you make due to stupid kind of things, they keep reducing your learning curve. Like if your learning curve, your stability curve should be 6 months. With every mistake you are putting up, with every time you are screwing and doing relevant things that blows an account, you are pushing it by maybe another 3 months, 1 year. That's why you see some people, they'll tell you, oh, I've been trading Forex since 2005. And then you're like, this is 15 years. What have you been doing? But they are not doing it the right way. They're not doing it the right way. You see people who tell you, oh, I've used bots, I've used all of those things. I don't regard them. They don't work. Okay. If you need a close hand mentorship, check the link in the description box. It's going to take you to my Pips Mastery Academy. This is where I give people a direct one-on-one mentorship. Okay. If you need to learn, you want to read the Forex book that knocks off all the jargons and then puts you right there where you can learn the precise kind of things that you need to know about becoming a profitable trader. Read my book, 7 Secrets to Becoming a Profitable Trader. The link also is going to be in the description box. It's been an amazing pleasure for me having you
I just
guys.
took a buy. I just took a buy on GG. If anyone
Just
is
to get buy over
interested,
GD.
yeah, I just took a buy.
Oh, nice, nice.
You requested. Let me quickly share my screen so I can show why.
What time frame? I wouldn't take a buy though. That's for me though. I wouldn't take a buy. Look at what price is saying. Price is quite close to this. I would need price to break above this. Personally though, look at I would need I would need price to break above this level before I start taking buys. That's for me. I would need price to break above this consolidation level, or price comes back to this demand level before I can actually take. take a buy decision, but it's your pair. You trade it more than I do, so you might very likely know more about its movement and all. This is a reversal here. Look at M30. I'm not just very, I don't know. Let me see your take on that before we call it a day. So you can share your screen now. Oh, nice.
We had this breakout. We have this breakout of, so with this candle, what I have with this candle is that, there's a bullish momentum, a massive bullish momentum, right? But we couldn't keep going up first because, we had to retest this zone, like this minor resistance of 138.85. We had to retest that, and that was what happened with this, other candle, So I also assume this is a retest of the 138.85 zone. So apparently, I think we should keep going up to 139. My TP1 is around 130, 139.
Okay.
139. TP2 is around 139.07. It's also a 15 pips. Trade.
Oh, nice.
So it's not
Nice.
high risk.
Long term trade. Oh, fine. I think I love the idea.
Yeah.
I love
So
the
that's how
idea.
it goes. If you want to take it
Nice.
price,
Where's your stop loss?
stop loss is 138.75. Currently, stop loss is like 14 pips. TP is like 17 pips.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's a little above 1:1.
Okay.
Did you get
Nice.
that?
I got it. Nice. It's a lovely trade idea. I was just lost in my H4 and the higher time frame I was looking at. It's all good, everyone. Yeah, this is beautiful. I think it's great. This is one of the amazing things about trading. We may, be looking at the same pair and then we are seeing different things. Okay, it does happen. But at least we should be seeing in the same direction. If our entry might differ, but at least the minimum is that we should both be seeing in the same direction. We should be seeing, when I'm seeing a buy, I think every ideal trader should very likely be seeing a buy too. Entries will now differ, no doubt, based on our risk appetite, based on our experiences, and so many things around that. All right, so it's an awesome time
before
out.
you go, please, sorry. A 15 minutes candle close, we actually confirm like my bias, like double confirmation. Do you understand? So if I don't get, if this current 15-minute candle does not close bullish, then I might close the trade. Do you understand?
Okay.
If this current 15-minute close bullish, that means we've broken out of this zone, we've retested this zone. Now we are trying to move further up to 139, 139.07. So that's
nice. Look at the bearish candle. The bearish candle that came for that retest.
Yes.
Does it have wicks at all? I'm not seeing wicks on the body. Okay. I can see now. Okay. Nice. All right, guys. Thank you very much, Golan. Thank you for your time. Everyone. Have a great rest of the day.